Are you serious? Are you serious? Living into the darkness, into the darkness. Well, that's what's happened to an entire country as the power grid went out in Bangladesh. Now, there was a release of a very powerful CME about, I would think, 24 hours or 36 hours ago. And that may have caused that 7.1 magnitude mega earthquake that hit between Tonga and the Fiji Islands there in the Pacific Ocean. But it also may have been the cause of the total darkness, the total blackout of the entire nation, hospitals, nursing homes, even the president's office, everywhere. Every light in the whole nation went out. Imagine what happens when electricity is cuts off an entire nation. 160 million people with no power in Bangladesh. Everyday life was brought to a standstill yesterday as factories plunged into darkness. They had to rely on generators if they had them. Even the Prime Minister's office, hospitals, homes, even the Prime Minister's office residence was left with no electricity, as this small but extremely densely populated country in South Asia of Bangladesh went into the darkness. This is the world's experience, one of the world's worst blackouts in world history. This national grid collapse, so the whole country lost power, according to Muhammad Islam, a director of the state-run Bangladesh Power Development Board. Quote, "Our repeated efforts to restore electricity across Bangladesh failed repeatedly." Now, local media reported that the blackout was caused by a failure of a transmission line transporting electricity from India into Bangladesh. India's Power Grid Corporation said, however, there was no problems on their side of the border. "I can't run my shop without power. No one seems to care," said Mohammed Ripan, owner of the grocery store there in the capital city of Bangladesh. Quote, "It has been about 8 hours now. There's still no word on when the power will come back on. The airport, the main hospitals, the emergency rooms, all in the dark." Folks, are you serious? What? Garment factories said, the owner said that he was able to get 2 to 3 hours worth of power out of his generator, but then he had to halt the factory's output. "This is a big slap of my business," he said. Explained that many other factories were forced to shut down production as well. Bangladesh plunged into darkness provides a glimpse into the recently debunked hoax. Remember this? Somebody came out and said NASA was confirming that there would be these 6 days of total darkness in December. Folks, that's not going to happen. But certainly what this does say is that if the power grids go down in any country, it can bring total chaos. It would be unbelievable to know now how much crime, how many murders, how many rapes, what all happened during this time of blackout in Bangladesh. It is a tremendously heartbreaking situation. How many patients died in the hospitals? Seriously, how much loss of produce, loss of meat, fish in refrigerators and freezers that spoiled. 160 million people shut into the dark. It will spoil all the meat. Now, how do you replenish that instantly? You don't. And so the catastrophic event, especially a country as poor as Bangladesh, this is a catastrophic event. This is worse than a national emergency. This is as if, I'm serious. This is a horrific humanity in its frailest moment when it loses power. And folks, imagine if something like this happened to the nation that you live in. What would be people's reactions? and how much evil would break out. This is not good at all. Well, pray for the people of Bangladesh and lift them up in your prayers, truly, that things can be restored back to normal. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. Nobody wants to go into the darkness. And can I tell you something? This is a hard truth. But if you die without Jesus Christ in your life, you will spend eternity into the darkness.